Flag goes up from behind, all clear. And away they drove from the 2,000 meter mark in the opening leg of today's jackpot. Navy Strength was the first one to respond and immediately pushes forward to go and set the early pace. On the outside with the red cap is Somerset Mormon second. Then battle on the inside rail is Silver Host in third. On her outside in fourth we have the black cap of Silver Darling, the filly, racing about 3 or 4 lengths off the early pace. And Master Adult is last of all in the purple sleeves and the purple cap, racing about 5 lengths off the early pace. They go along the back straight with just over 1,400 metres left to go, and it's Navy Strength that leads the way by 1 length. On the outside with the red cap in second is Somerset Morm. Then comes the likes of Silver Host on the inside in third. Further back to Silver Darling, who's won from last in that 1 out position. And last of all is Master Adult as they approach the turn with just under 1,200 metres left to go. Navy Strength and Grand Finicat still dictate terms out in front by 1 length. On the outside in second is Somerset Morm and Keelan DeMello. Further back in running to Silver Host with JP van der Maver in third. In that 1 out position is Silver Darling and Richard Ferree and 1 from last. And Master Adult completes the field with Anthony Andrews as they go past the crossover with just under 1,000 metres left to go. Navy Strength still out in front. There's been no change in the order whatsoever and shows the way by 1.5 lengths, but is starting to quicken up and move away from the field. Further back in running to Somerset Morm, then comes Silver Host. Further back to Silver Darling, who's still 1 from last, and Master Adult bides his time at the back end of the field as they make the run for the judge with just on 600 metres left to go. And Navy Strength is going to try and catch the field napping here with the lightweight. Has shot 3 lengths clear and goes towards the inside. Further back we go to Somerset Morm with the red cap and Silver Host, who's starting to move up with Master Adult, as well as Silver Darling, but they still have 4 lengths to make up with just over 300 metres left to go. It's Navy Strength who's still out in front. Master Adult now starts to pour on the pressure with Silver Darling as they're into the closing stages with just over 150 metres left to go. It's Navy Strength trying to find more over Master Adult, but Master Adult is starting to close in the gap with every stride. Navy Strength, Master Adult, Navy Strength closing up on the outside is Silver Darling, but Silver Darling is going to have to finish in third as Navy Strength beats Master Adult. Then came Silver Darling, followed by Somerset Morm, and Silver Host was last of all. 3 winners on the day for the Justin Snaith team here with a strong hand with 4 of the 5 runners from the Snaith stable. But down the inside on the Aquamarine Salts, Navy Strength, bred by Shively Stud and owned by Mr. Greg Bortz, as well as Nancy Harsack. 2 good for this field here. Quittens up into the closing stages. Master Adult and Silver Darling trying to pour on the pressure. There's number 1, Navy Strength, who's going to win the opening leg of today's jackpot.
Race 4, Cape Turf Club Cape A Stakes over the 2,000 metres was won by number 1, Navy Strength, son of Dynasty, Lungisa Nglova. He received the R1,000 from Hollywood Bets, so thanks to them and Cape Racing. Grant Finikak aboard. Grant, well done.
Thanks, Vicky.
You obviously sat on him last time and on previous occasions, but he looked like he was looking for a bit of company around the turn and up the straight.
Yeah, he's a horse that, he thrives on what's around him, and he tends to overdo it sometimes. He's always given me a really nice field. Always thought highly of this horse, and he does have quirks in races where things has to go his way, and I didn't want any excuses today. There was no pace in the race, and elected to just let him use his action and paid off.
Grant, in relation to the finish, they came to challenge you, but he seemed to kick in, like you said, enjoyed the challenge.
Yeah, as I said, he's a horse that thrives on that, so when they came to him, I for one thought I was beaten, but he gave another kick, thank God. And of course, for Mr. Bortz, you always want to do really well for people that support the game in the way he does.
Well done, Grant.
Thank you, and to Justin, Snaith, and the whole team, thanks for the opportunities.
There we go, that's Grant Finikak. Next up, we've got Justin. Justin, well done for the win.
Great, thank you.
I know leading into the race, we were all having a debate in studio about who was going to lead, and Navy Strength looked like he wasn't too sure why he was in front, but lovely to see him at the end close off the race so well.
Yeah, look, it certainly would have helped Silver Darling if she'd gone handy, because in a small field like this, whoever's in front and he gets an easy lead, it's going to be it'd be a lot better for them. But Silver Darling's never raced that way, so to start that now, and obviously the Will Avington is is the big target for her, and she'll come out this race beautifully. I think had something maybe challenged Grant a little bit earlier, would have made it a little bit more difficult for him, and she may have just got there. But she's certainly a horse you're going to follow in the Natal season. The whole idea is to prep here, and she'll get onto a truck on Friday and head up to Natal. I do think this was the right race for the winner, and really well done to Greg, who's unfortunately not here, Gina, and to the whole Mitchell family, Nancy and everyone, and John Freeman, really well done. And Breda Chiavelli. So very nice win. A lot of people say, oh, look, why Snake's got so many horses? But my question is, where's everybody else? And I think that's the most disappointing thing. The whole idea is to be in Cape Town and give your horse the prep they need and go off to wherever you want. Go off to the Joburg season, go off to, even if you want to go run in the Derby in the Eastern Cape or Durban. And it was very, for me, it was very sad to see that no one rocked up for the race, and kudos to Cape Racing, Justin Vermaak making the correct decisions for us, and I think going forward it's something that Cape Racing has never had. Some people that stand tall make the right decision at the right time and what's best for the owners here in the Western Cape. So I thank him, and let's hope for a big Natal season.
Justin, all the best. At least this was a good first step.
Yes, thank you very much. Great.
And then Gina standing in the wings to come and represent the partnership. So, Gina, thank you very much for being in representing. Well done.
Thanks, Vicky. That was a lovely race.
A little bit nerve-wracking at the end. Grant, I thought, oh, Grant, you're in a bit of trouble. You might get a stern talking to, but thankfully pulled it off.
No, we thought exactly the same. You ran a very game race and very happy with the outcome. And well done to Greg and Nancy. I hope Greg's watching, but I know Nancy is. So well done to the both of them.
Well done. Thanks, Gina.
Thank you. Thanks, Vicky.
It's Gina representing the partnership in Greg Bortz and Nancy Hossack in the Son of Dynasty, Navy Strength, winning the first. Well done to Chevrolet Stud for breeding. And keep an eye on some of the other horses, as Justin mentioned. He's doing his preps in the Cape and then travelling up to KZN. So keep an eye on them, and exciting times ahead. But your winner, number 1, Navy Strength.